Thank you. Kelly, how has engagement influenced Scottsdale's success in maintaining its sense of community?
It's really about the relationships. Sort of classic crisis communication training would tell you that you need to build those relationships in advance because once the crisis is occurring, it's a lot more difficult to connect with people in those meaningful ways. So I think Scottsdale, like a lot of cities, does a very good job day in and day out, month in and month out, to just maintain positive relationships with our community through. We have a number of citizen academies. I think those are not unique to our community. We might have one or two that's unique. We've got a Scottsdale 101 program that we get a lot of people through traditionally to help them learn a little bit more about how their city government operates. Our fire department has an extensive citizen academy. Our police department has an extensive citizen academy. Our water department, a couple of years ago, put together a water citizen academy, and that is always filled up, no pun intended, quickly when they host it, because people are curious to know about how here in the desert, how we can serve a community with safe, clean drinking water, and also how we recycle water to support 50 plus golf courses in our city. So those kinds of programs, I think, are so critical year in and year out to just building a cadre of informed residents who appreciate their community. And then along the lines of what Bob was saying, I think the real value in those sorts of programs is that people meet the professional staff that work for local government. And before I got into local government, I didn't really think twice about it. But ever since I've been here 20 plus years, the caliber of the people who work for local government is just amazing. And there's a popular stereotype about government workers being lazy or not qualified to do anything else. Well, we all know that nothing could be further from the truth. And those every opportunity you have to get your staff connected with the community so that they might learn a little bit about a specific program or a service, but really what you hope happens is they meet the staff working on their behalf and they really understand, wow, these people really know what they're doing. They're passionate about what they're doing, and they're doing it for me, the resident of this community. So I think really the key is those whatever programs, formal, informal, that help you build relationships with individual residents, with resident groups throughout the year. Those are what really the chickens come home to roost, so to speak, in times like this. And I think all of our communities, certainly on this panel, it sounds like have done a great job with that.
Yeah, thanks for bringing up the caliber of municipal staff, because I think you're right on. And being able to connect your staff with your residents, and so there's that relationship building aspect that does just make all the difference in the world. And whether it's your appointed staff or whether it's your elected folks, I mean, all of you have talked about those connections, right? It's really being able to put a face to a responsibility. I totally appreciate that. Just a question, what are you doing with your citizen academies right now? Are you doing them virtually?
We have shifted. So the police, fire, water are just not really built for virtual. Our Scottsdale 101 program is a little bit different. So that one we are starting to retool, and we'll be presenting that in a remote video methodology early next year. We also have a series of programs that we put on called Neighborhood College. And traditionally, those are, they started as HOA education programs. We have a lot of HOA communities here in our city. And so we put those programs together to help HOA board members understand how they can connect with the city and really the rules that apply to them and how they can better manage their own individual communities. In the last couple of years, we have expanded that program to be beyond nuts and bolts HOA information, and also add in some wouldn't you like to know this about your community content. So we have a gentleman on my staff who's a historian and has put together a series of history lectures about our community that fill up as fast as we offer them.
Huh.
And so pre-COVID, he would easily pack 100+ people into an auditorium to learn about tales from the files of the Scottsdale Police Department, and those sorts of things. Well, that was pretty easily pivoted to a Zoom environment. So we have been offering those. They've been filling up similarly, and they've continued to help connect people in the community that just really want to take 45 minutes of their time and learn a little bit more about their city. And that has worked very